DigitalNoob. LA Parent, Mom's LA.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
LA Examiner, Mash Flick. Who else do we got?
Can I get a picture?
I have a little problem. I don't hear that well. You got to speak real loud and clear. Or you
I will, that's right. I got to do something.
Hi Terry, my name is Lee. I know that you guys have worked together before. Tell me about this collaboration. Did you guys decide to
Well, we thought there was a need for books for very young children that would really entertain them and also teach them a little something. We looked over the whole market and we couldn't find anything that really excited us. So we said, okay, we'll do them ourselves. And the first one is Monsters versus Kittens, which I think is one of the cutest little children's books to come along in a long time.
Yeah, it's great. We are flipping through it a little bit right now. It is really great. So tell me, I know that you inspire kids of all ages. And was this the right time, you think, to start a book? Start a company?
The time is always right for something if it's good.
Right.
And I'm just hoping that everything that Terry and I do will be good. Quality is the most important thing. We don't want to just turn out magazines. We want to be proud of every book we do. And I am very proud of Monsters vs. Kittens.
Well, that's fantastic.
And are there any? I know you guys probably have a bunch of books that you guys are lining up. Is there any more characters you can talk to us about aside from the ones in Monsters vs. Kittens?
No, we don't talk about them until they're in print.
Sounds like a good idea.
But we are working on about half a dozen more right now.
Very
Did you put a little cameo of yourself in the book somewhere?
I'm a little annoyed at him.
He's very mad
I
at
don't
us for
have
that
a cameo, and we're going to talk about that later.
But you're this monster right here.
Oh, thanks a lot.
And then, what are
We
the?
have a game called Goobies that's coming out. That's basically live today on iTunes, and it's a very fun game. You know, we wanted to do, like Stan said, educate and entertain and do really quality stuff. So we started with Monsters vs. Kittens, a very fun educational book at the same time, and Goobies, which is a side swiping game basically where you save the goobies from the pirates and try and get them on the land. It's very, very, very fun, quality stuff. We're starting with those two, but then we have a whole, we're in production of many books and games and other multi-platforms basically that are going to be released in the months to come. That you
This
guys
guy
will see.
is so much fun to work with because he is as energetic as I used to be when I was his age. And he comes up with a million ideas, and I throw in my ideas, and I've never had a better time. It's like going back 50 years and doing all the things I was doing.
You get mad at me if I don't come in with my work done, so it's not that. Don't make it seem like it's a beautiful.
If he only comes in with one or two things, I say, you had a whole day, that's all you've done.
Learning from the master here. Trying.
For like special needs kids with Down syndrome,
Absolutely.
any ideas, any hints?
Couldn't hear that.
We look to do material for kids with special needs, and
No, we're not. We haven't thought about that yet, frankly. We're just doing regular books for regular kids. But that's an interesting thought. If there's something we can do for kids with special needs, I think we would love to do it. But I would have to study a little bit more. I'm not an expert on that type of thing. I'd have to research it.
we do.
If you need consulting,
Yeah, absolutely. We work with teachers. We work with a lot of people to make sure the books are proper for kids. So absolutely, we would love to work on it. Yeah, absolutely.
What is it about these characters that will appeal to kids in that age group?
Well, can you picture any kid, any young kid, not interested in monsters or in kittens? I mean, I think we picked the two top things for very young kids. I don't know, our big problem is where we go from here. Maybe ducks, maybe horses or lambs. We're going to have to really work on it. Hello there.
Hello.
Well, we introduce a little glamour in the interview. Exactly.
And Jamie, how did you get involved in the project?
They asked me to, and it's Stan Lee, so I said, of course. And I have a little boy who's going to be 6 in May, who, when I said, we're going to meet Stan Lee, do you know who that is? He said, no. And I said, he's the man that created Iron Man and the Avengers. And I started naming things off, and he was looking down at his game, and he went, what?
Wait, you mean he didn't know that?
He had no idea. I mean,
Young
One
kid.
guy
Young
that
kid.
failed.
and he's a huge fan of yours and just didn't know.
He just didn't know who I was.
Yeah, but he knew who you created. That's the most important.
I guess you're right. Where is he, by the way?
He's,
Why isn't he
he's
here?
playing over there.
All right. I'm sure he's all right.
He's good.
Now, has he read Monsters vs. Kittens?
Not yet because we weren't given a copy yet. And this isn't on his show.
No, it's hitting today.
Let her
It's
have it.
hitting today.
She's a good kid. Let her have it at half price. No, don't thank me. It's the least we can do.
Thank
You
you.
gotta sign it for the kid.
Yeah, you have to sign it.
I need something
Absolutely,
to
that's his
sign
copy.
it. Who's got a
There
sign?
you go.
There we go.
Ah, there you go.
What's his name?
Desi, D-E-Z-I. Desi,
D-E-V-I?
D-E-Z-I.
D-E-V.
Z is in zebra.
D-E-C-I. Later on, you can listen out.
Hey, sounds good.
Making a show business.
I mean, whatever.
Project, you
Whatever,
know.
I understand.
And then I know you guys have worked together before on other projects. So what are the differences between like launching a kids universe and stuff you did with like the Romeo and Juliet, the War book?
Don't talk.
I'll try. No, look, Romeo and Juliet is a whole different animal. You know, you basically try and make something for adults, something super, fun, visionary, kind of big world. You know, here, what you're trying to do is find a way to educate the children, make really fun, cute characters. The creative process is the same.
Sorry.
Just the two of us kind of sitting down and riffing, and but I'll tell you, this is a lot of fun. This is a
Looks
lot
like
of
it.
fun. It's great to see all the kids happy. It's good.
Don't
great.
make it sound too easy. It was a lot of hard work.
Great.
For a second there was like a little English, there was a little, I'm like, wait, you have an accent.
Stan, when you were a kid 30 or 40 years ago, what were your favorite characters?
Errol Flynn.
Errol Seahawk, all right.
I just loved Errol Flynn. But when I was a kid, there was Dick Tracy, there was Terry and the Pirates, there was, I don't even remember who there was. Oh, and then there were books, like the Hardy Boys, Don Sturdy, Tom Swift. I read wherever I could get my hands on it. And tried to copy as much of it as I could.
Yeah. Did you read comics as a kid?
I did. I have an older brother who is almost 10 years older than me, who was into every single, he would rip the pages out of the books and put them on his wall. We never had
Last
we
week.
never had to do wallpaper or paint, because he would always have new every month he would have new comics up on the walls.
I hope he didn't rip out pages of my book.
No.
Well, they're worth a lot now, so he's bad if he did, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess. When a guy has to look at a note for the question, I know it's going to be a tough question. You answer it.
Well, we have David here now.
Now, since a lot of other things you've done in the past have kind of been geared
All
towards.
the other wonderful things.
Of course, absolutely. There's terrific stuff. Would there ever be any chance of, trying to get some of those characters into this label, or is that kind of like
Trying
off
to get
limits?
what?
Like a universe crossover?
A crossover?
A crossover. No,
This is
good.
Our own label.
Your own label, cool.
New things that have nothing to do with what I've done before.
That's
I
so
try
cool.
to keep everything in its own
That makes
place,
sense.
And this is possibly the most exciting new project. Years ago, I did things for children. I don't know if you remember Mighty Mouse and Terry Toons.
That's what I grew up. Mighty Mouse is my thing.
I love Mighty Mouse.
I used to write those comic books.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of other things, like Millie the model and Nellie the nurse and Tessie the typist. But that's been years and years. And it's so exciting now to get... In fact, these are even for younger children than I wrote for. These are for kids just learning to read.
Which is something I was going to say is my son is kindergarten, but he's in a K1 class, so we have 10 pages of homework, and it's way more advanced than it was. We were learning our ABCs when we went to kindergarten. So this is like, he just read his first book on his own a couple weeks ago. This is a perfect book. And to get kids to want to read when everything, they can look on a computer and they read the book too. Everything's easy now, where they don't have to do the work. This is an easy way to get a kid to read, to want to read. And it's not overkill with words. And they teach a lot with sight words now, so that you see the words with the picture. And that's how they're learning quicker, and how to better read at earlier ages now. And this is the perfect way to get them to do that.
I am so impressed. You said that almost as well as I myself, which is the greatest compliment.
Thank you. Well, thank you for writing something I can get myself.